If you talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk. I don't know what you thought, but I've been taught by Yahuwah, by Yahuwah. I say by Yahuwah, you know the all should die, and now y'all all should cry, because the real is back. I say the real is back. I took L's, that's facts, and yet still stand.
Shalom and greetings to all the Israelites and all the strangers out there scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. I greet every last one of you in the one and only true name of the Honorable Abba Yahuwah. Now, this evening, family, I'm finna get into a message that I have titled Witch on Trial. And this is going to be a very quick exhortation for a woman who I have deemed a witch. Now, I know and I understand that as I'm putting this material out, that the witches and the warlocks are going to pop up out of these holes, in these dark places, in these dark shadows that they hide in, okay? And so I'm going to take the time out this evening to make an example and a live spectacle out of this woman, and also send a message to those out there who may seek to try to go down this same path that Sherry has traveled down and has now gotten herself in trouble. Okay, now I did a video on the New Testament exposed that I just dropped, one of my, I don't know, my second to last videos, right? You can go look the video up. But anyway, she would go on to make a statement on my page, right? Now, what I want you guys to understand is this: just because the Father has given us all a mouth, okay, it doesn't mean that we have to speak on everything. They have a saying in poker that you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them. And you have to choose your battles wisely. And it's not wise to jump out here and make a statement and say that it's bold for me to make a statement concerning the New Testament, but yet the same New Testament that you say you believe in, you don't even know it. Okay? I think that that's bogus for a person to sit up here and say, well, I believe in this and this and that, and then somebody question you on that and you cannot give an answer. You cannot validate, break down, and verify nothing that you believe in, but yet you say it's bold. To me, the teacher, the one that's doing the research, okay? Hours and hours of research, of studying and going through manuscripts, reading this, reading that, and you're telling me that you believe that that's a bold statement. I think it's bold that you jumped out there and you put this statement on my page, okay? And you have not done your research. You can't even tell me what you believe in, okay? So then, as you go follow this thread, okay, all you got to do is go to the thing. Basically, and I'm going to skip through some of this, right? But already, as you can tell, as I responded back to Sherry, she started getting kind of jazzy, you know, and I could detect this spirit, that the spirit of a witch. I could detect that I was in the presence of a witch, right? So basically, she would go on to say, I basically told her, and I'm gonna skip through this, you guys can go through there and you know, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna just skip down here where she was like, K.O.I, I'm going to check it out, but you don't know what I know about the Bible, because I was basically telling her, she was like, well, you didn't provide any facts. I told you I was giving you an open statement. The information that I gave you in that video, I just simplified everything. And this is why I don't just simplify and give you information, but I break things down, because I know that a lot of y'all are not going to grasp simple information. The information that I gave you in that video, you could have just went and fact checked that and saw like, oh, okay, I see what he's saying. He on point. But she's talking about, well, you didn't put any facts in the video. That lets me know that you didn't go do no studying to verify to see if what I was saying was making any sense, okay? Because the first thing that a Christian or anybody that's doing should have said, okay, well, I believe in this. Let me go see in the Old Testament where this at. And as soon as you would have went to the Old Testament, or Tanakh, as you say, you would have saw like, man, oh, it ain't there. Oh, what he's saying is on point. But she's jazzy because, once again, I'm dealing with a Christian. I know the spirit. I've been dealing with it long enough, right? So then she goes on to say, she said, I'm checking your facts. As I stated before, you're making a bold statement. She says the facts, you going back and forth with me over your factless post is crazy. You didn't provide no proof in this video. Instead of acknowledge it, you're going back and forth like a heathen, right? So this is what I told her, right? I said, Let me see. I told her, she said, hold on, let me get down here to these PowerPoints, man, because she did a lot of capping. And I entertained her because I had time today. You know what I'm saying? She goes on to say, right, this is what she said. Let's get down to the meat, the meat and potatoes of this thing. She says, I'm saying, like I've been saying in this video, you did not state any facts, but ran your mouth. You just said Isaiah, but did not touch on that. You did not open one Bible. In this video, you not, or she basically saying did not acknowledge that clear. She said, you not acknowledging that clearly tells me your learning ain't from Yahuwah because you clearly did not present facts in this video. I told her, I said, you said I skipped over Isaiah. Matter of fact, let me get back up here where she said that. She said, and I don't know if she removed some of this stuff or whatever the case may be, but let me see. She said, oh yeah, she said, K.O.I, yes, you skipped Isaiah. You have to debunk Isaiah, which you skipped over. Like I should tell you, what is you talking about? And this is what I told her. I said, first off, the video I sent was a 48-minute video, and you have not viewed that video. In that video, I broke down the entire chapter of Isaiah 7. But since you know so much, and you claim I skipped over Isaiah, give me the chapter and verse proving Matthew 1:20 through 23, okay? And then I told her, what verse in Isaiah did I skip? So now I got two questions for this Christian, right? I asked her, because first she came out talking about, oh, that was a bold statement. And then she said, well, you didn't debunk Isaiah and all the other stuff, but she never went and watched the video. And see, instead of her coming out and saying, you know what, I didn't watch the video because I didn't pay the membership to see the whole video, she's gonna lie and say that I skipped over Isaiah when I got a whole video breaking down a chapter of Isaiah chapter 7. Why would I do a video on, how could anybody do a lesson on the virgin birth and not deal with Isaiah chapter 7 to some degree? Okay. So instead of her going and saying, I didn't watch it, she want to sit here and lie and say, oh, well, you skipped over that, knowing dang well I ain't skipped over no Isaiah chapter 7. Okay. Now listen. She said, now listen what she says here. She says, the video you sent, as I stated before, requires a membership, which I'm not going to pay for something you claiming to be false. What the WTH, you know what that is. If you want people to hear it, why people gotta pay? That's not of Yah. Now I'm going to get to that because I knew that this spirit was going to rise about, well, why I gotta pay for? This is exactly why you gotta pay for it. And I'm getting ready to go in depth and break down why I have this set up. And I told you in the update if you was listening, but it tells me you don't listen. But see, I know there are trolls, there are witches and warlocks like Sherry out there, right? They don't support this ministry. They want to come over here and eat off my table, knowing that they don't support this ministry. But you want to sit your behind up here and you want to eat off my table, and you got a swine mentality because them teachers you sit up under ain't teaching nothing. They preparing you for doomsday. They ain't got no message else for you but that, oh man, the days are getting close. Every time a war break out, oh, it's wars and this and that. The days is coming, and y'all been doing this for 2,000 years. Y'all did it in World War I, y'all did it in World War II, and all of these wars break out. It's always the end of the year, the end of time. Every time a war, some break out. Sit down, okay? Y'all following those tired preachers that don't have the vision, okay? So now, let me just break this down real quick. You guys can go through here and you guys can read it, but at any rate, I kept pressing her. I said, since you know so much about Isaiah and you said that I skipped over, what did I skip over? I told her, tell me what I skipped over. And I said, prove Matthew 1:20 through 23. Show me in Isaiah where that prophecy is at, where it says that Jesus is going to die for the sins of mankind. And this was fulfilled by what was said by the where's that at? And she would not touch that. She ran to, well, you know what? You don't keep the commandments. You don't keep what about your beard? What about, listen. This is why I call this woman a witch, right? Let me explain something to you. Go with me. Now, I'm going to go into the New Testament, and the book that you're trying to defend to condemn you, right? Now, go with me real quick to the book of 1 Peter. You know, and it's crazy because I just got off the phone with a brother earlier today. We was talking about this, the virgin birth, you know what I'm saying? And I asked him his position, what he believe in. He gave me chapter and verse. I believe this because of this, and I believe this support that. I asked this woman the same thing. She would not answer it. After attempts going back and forth, and you don't know this and that, you didn't debunk. I didn't debunk what? What did I debunk? Okay? Prove to me what you believe in, and she couldn't do it, okay? Now go with me into the New Testament, you know what I'm saying? Because you know I'm surgical in this too, you know what I'm saying? All day long, you know what I mean? Go with me to 1 Peter. I'm going to 1 Peter chapter 3 when I get there. Y'all should already know where I'm going if you're a Christian, okay? 1 Peter chapter 3, and I'm going to verse 15, I believe. Now listen to this. Now according to the man you say you follow, Apostle Peter, now listen what he has commanded you, okay? He told you in 1 Peter 3:15, he says, but sanctify the Lord God in your hearts and be ready always. See, be ready always. You wake up in the morning and hey, you should already be ready. You're getting off work at night and somebody, why do you should all be ready. You in the gym, you working out, hey man, you should be ready. You run into somebody in the store, you should be ready. You're commenting on K.O.I's YouTube channel, you better be ready. You better be ready. Because it's going to be off with your head. I'm not playing no game. But listen what he says. And be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks you the reason of hope that is in you. Sherry, what did I skip in Isaiah chapter 7? And where is the prophecy in Isaiah chapter 7 supporting Matthew 1:20 through verse 23? Okay? So this is why I call this woman a witch, because she's using witchcraft and sorcery in order to divert and subvert from and trying to dodge from having to answer a question that she knows she can't answer. See, the surface reading days, they're going to get an isolated verse. Oh, right here, Isaiah chapter 7:14 says this and that, and you out of there. That's over with. So you can go get whoever you want to go get. If they're not speaking according to this word, ain't no light in them. Listen, one thing I want you guys to understand, these people that run around calling their names under the name of Yahuwah and Yahushua, these people are wicked, okay? These are nothing more than Christians in disguise hiding under Hebrew names, okay? This is what you got. These people are dumb as a box of rocks, and I hate to say it. It's because they sit around here playing church, okay? When you look at these so-called teachers, go look at that phony over there talking about hypocrite. He did a little weak watered down video. Ain't nobody thinking about him, man. Ain't nobody thinking about these goofies, man. But I knew he was gonna make a response. I was like, let me see what he gonna do. That dude did a 40-minute video. Hypocrite, you this and that, and da-da-da-da. And come on, man. You ain't listen, bro. You not talking about nothing. Nothing at all. I'm talking about what you, man, listen. Don't let this, you don't know me, homie. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Or what I would do to you, you know what I'm saying, if I was still back in my old days. What is you talking about? You ain't moving me, man, whatsoever. And I mean this. And if I would tell you to your face. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not talking about nothing, man. Y'all weak. You a coward, man. This is why you sitting over there with your comment section cut off. Cowards, okay? Scared to death because, you know, people be checking your behind. But look, that dude did a video. He stayed in the New Testament. Man, they going to the Old Testament whatsoever. They can't do nothing in that Tanakh because they ain't studied. And I've been telling y'all this for years. Y'all need to study. But what y'all been doing? Playing church. The same thing. Go, listen. I don't care who you go get. Go get your best teacher. Tell them pull up. I'm ready for the wreck. I want the wreck. Go get your teacher. Don't go get no peewees. Go get your teachers. Okay, go get the big dogs. You tell them to come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? And that false prophet Vessel, he said, go watch that trash that he put out on the virgin birth. That goofy got a 3-hour video. And when you watch that video, watch when he get to verse 14. He went a whole other direction. He didn't even keep reading. He didn't even touch anything below 14, man. That boy a false prophet, man. I did that video in less than an hour. And it's a wrap. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? But now, let me address this and I'm going to wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not playing around. First off, You don't know nothing, so you can't defend this. That's number one, okay? So I'm not even worrying about that. It's going to be the same thing. Well, this was an image of this. Well, what about this? Or what about that? They don't have chapter and verse for nothing, okay? That's number two. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get up out of here. You say, well, why? Well, why? If you're the man of the Most High, why are you charging for the word? Why am I charging for the word? Wait a minute. First off, I've been preaching this word for over since 2016. And until just recently when I put this out, I have not asked a person for a dime. Okay? Everything that I have done over here, I have done on my own dime. Okay? And let me say this. Let's first give esteem to the Honorable Yahuwah, because it was him that has put me in a position to have funds. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do the things that I need to do. But outside of him, ain't nobody gave me nothing. You ain't bought no books. You ain't put in no money on no software, no record. You ain't did nothing. And I ain't asked you for nothing because I'm a go-getter. I'm going to always keep bankrolls. You know what I'm saying? And as I told you in my last video, and I'm not flexing and I don't want, but listen, the work that I do, it's no less than 40 an hour for a walkthrough. I'm good. I can go and crawl up in the hole, make my money, and just enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying? So I have not asked you for nothing, but I find it funny that you come over here and you want to eat off my plate and want all my knowledge that the Most High has baracked me with to gather his people, and you don't want to support this ministry. But yet you go support those Europeans, you go buy those Bibles, you go buy these Bibles when they tell you, oh, it's $100, it's 50 for that. You go buy that Bible. But yet you come into my channel running your mouth and the membership ain't nothing but $2. And you crying about $2, but yet you go buy all these books. Y'all be all in my inbox. Hey, well, what Bible should I get? What is this a good translation? Is that a good translation? And I tell you, and I ask you to donate $2. And it's not for me. It's for the entire nation of Israel. Is what you're supporting. And I told you that. But yet you pop up talking about, well, why you charging for the work? Why you can't give to your brother and sisters? My question, it ain't nothing but $2. You can't buy nothing with $2. My water costs more than $2. What is you talking about? And you sound like you an Israelite too. You sound like you a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And I can guarantee I bet you going out there and you're buying them that fake weave, you buying them fake lashes, them fake nails and putting that stuff on. But yet you crying about $2? About some knowledge you trying to get. Y'all go support all these scholars and buy all these books. Y'all do all these Bible showings. But when it come down to the nation of Israel, you don't want to give nothing. Let me say this. There's a few things that I don't tolerate. Things that I don't play with witches, right? One thing that I don't tolerate, I don't play with is disrespectful women. I don't play with manly women. I don't tolerate none of that. Or witches. I don't play with none of that. And you can go ask the long list of women that found out about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess around with no witch. You sitting over here talking like you a man trying to go back and can't do nothing with nothing that I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? And the Father showed you that he don't play that neither, because why are you trying to challenge me on? It's different. It's a way of how you do things. Now, if you don't understand something, you can come to me and get understanding, but trying to challenge me and then you can't even defend what you believe in, you need to sit down, clown. And this is why the Father struck Miriam with leprosy for running that mouth. Father ain't playing that. He didn't hit Aaron with it because he's not tripping off of man against man. But you stepping out here like that. Quit playing games. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell, let me say this. I don't never have to meet a man. I don't even have to know you. I can meet your woman, your wife or whatever, and I could tell what kind of man you is by how your woman conduct herself. You know what I'm saying? All this talking and going back and forth and dumb as a box of rock. Can't even tell me why you believe in the salvific son. Man, get on up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sitting around here playing games. So I want to say this. Let me go get this scripture real quick, and this is where I'm going to end it at right here. Go to Exodus 25 real quick. Now, Exodus chapter 25, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, and Yahuwah spake unto Moses saying, speak unto the children of Israel that they bring me an offering. Every man that giveth it willingly with his heart, ye shall take my offering. Now, at this time, the father was getting ready to build the Ark of the Covenant, and he told Moses, take an offering up for the people. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm doing. These offerings that I'm taking up is for the building of the nation of Israel. And when we get going, when we get off the ground, and we start getting these free communities together, this free school, I don't want to see your face pop up nowhere. Like any of you hypocrites sitting back. You know what I'm saying? We sitting up here, we as Israelites spend $1 trillion in this nation, and yet you crying about $2. Y'all don't want to support your own people. You don't want to support Israelites. Come on, man. Let's quit playing games here. You know what I'm saying? But yet you wanna go out here and spend all your money with all these Europeans and buy all these different versions of the Bible. You got the NIV Bible, the KJV Bible. All these people making money off of you. You spending the money, but then when it comes to you spending $1 or $2 to get the membership, and this money is going toward the nation for your learning and understanding, guess what? You don't want to spend it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why these particular people are ignorant and don't know nothing, because you want to come over here and play church. How do you feel that you go out here and you live your life to the fullest? You go to work, you make your money on the weekend, you have a good time with your family, you may go to this outing, you might go to this show, you might go do this, you go do all this other stuff, and then you run here and you watch a video that I put out for like, an hour video or whatever, but yet you want me to sit in here and put in all this work, thousand hours of research, okay? I gotta research this, I gotta buy this book, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, but yet you feel that you don't need to give nothing, that $2 is killing you. But yet you sat in church all those years donating to those false prophets. So this tells you that people are fake and phony, and the Sherrys of the day ain't standing on nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you can get on up out of here. Get off of K.O.I. I don't care if you get the membership or not. Go about your business. I'm not here for you sitting over here in the shadows. You and the rest of those hypocrites running over here because they ain't teaching nothing, and the false prophets that they sit up under is just preparing them for doomsday. Because they don't ever want the children of Yahuwah to ever turn back around and really understand the prophets and what's been prophesied and wake up to the truth. But it's going to happen, and it's going to happen on my watch, okay? And I'm not going to play. We're getting ready to bust this thing wide open. So I want to say shout out to everybody out there that has been donating already to this ministry and to this work. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody that see the vision and understand and know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? And if you have not made your first donation, go to our website, The Kingdom of Israel. The link is going to always be in our description box. You can donate on our website, or you can donate directly to our Cash App, as a lot of people have already been doing. Okay? So if you have not made your first donation, support the ministry. Y'all come sit over here and want to watch and eat off my plate all day long, take all my stuff, try to remix it and go over here and do that, but yet you don't want to support your people. Okay? So at the end of the day, I wanted to take a few minutes out to talk about this witch, and she's a witch all day, because when I asked you a question, you should have answered it. I don't care if you said, well, I don't know. Don't sit up here and lie and play games and try to use sorcery on me. That stuff ain't working. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I want you guys to enjoy your evening. I love y'all. Stay strong. Shalom.